you doing? Welcome back to the report card. Rich Gogo is my name. Sub on YouTube and follow on Instagram. So, following the announcement of the passing on of President John Pombe Magufuli, who was the fifth president of Tanzania, and his demise, of course, came as a shock to so many people. Like, it was like one of those things of, okay, the rumor was there, people heard of it, but really, actually quantifying it, I think, to so many of us, especially those of us who caught it real time, and when it was being announced on TV, it was like, yo, what? Wait. And the announcement was made, just as I'm saying, it was confusion, shock. It was, I think, disbelief. So many people, and most of the celebrities down there in Tanzania. Of course, they they sent in their messages of condolences. Most of them, of course, were in shock. Some of them broke down, and others just posted on social media. I think, because people mourn differently, so we really cannot say that. So, kina Diamond Platnumz, kina Alikiba, kina Banaba, everybody actually was just like sending in their message of condolences, I think, in shock and in utter disbelief. So Harmonize, during that particular point, I don't know really if Harmonize now has just become super addicted, or that was his way of expressing loss, or that was his way of letting out grief, because I mean, people mourn differently. And now in this age and era of social media, for one reason or the other, I actually looked at that clip of Harmonize breaking down, crying, and you know what? I was like, so first of all, just think about this in his shoes. Because there are people, even when you suffer loss or when you suffer whatever, people take it to social media and believe it or not, like people wanakushika mkono and you guys mourn together. So probably that was Harmonize's way of mourning or expressing, like his shock and that utter disbelief that I cannot believe that this man has gone. And it should be remembered that Harmonize actually at some point alitungia baka Magufuli ngoma. So he took to his stories, he broke down, it was black and white, and then he posted himself crying.
No.
So listen, this is what I'm saying, like, it's a very sensitive time, and whatever I say or whatever I do not say, chances are I will still be roasted, so, or I will not be roasted, I don't know. But it was like, so you recorded yourself, like, when, I don't know if this was when the news came in, or this was when the shock hit, or this was when the disbelief hit, but he took the phone, recorded himself, put the black and white filter, and then posted on his stories. And then I think when the hit was a bit too much, he pulled down that story, but it was already out there. So now, guys, people who had different opinions, evidently. People had different opinions, because now others were saying, we just don't understand why you would take the phone, record yourself, put it there, if really you are someone who is, in this real mourning, deep into mourning, I don't even think you will have time ya kwanza kushika simu na kwanza kufanya recordings. Yeah, but so I don't know. That's why I just say, like, the process is different. Like, it varies for so many people, and maybe what someone else would do is not what someone else would do. So I don't know. But am I of the school? Would I have advocated, like, thinking about it, like, was what he did at that point proper? I really don't know. Because probably that was his only medicine, like it was his Panadol, to get him off that very painful strain that he is going through. At Akinamboso, we also saw Mboso, like when they were recording the song, he also broke down and he started crying. So Zari Nantale also took to her page and she posted this message with the photo of John Pombe Magufuli, the late there, and she said, R.I.P. father-in-law. So I think this was her way of her mourning and paying her last respects to the late president. So the father-in-law caption, I don't know, but probably she probably, you know, but I cannot rule out the fact that maybe, just maybe, Zari Nantale and the late president used to joke in this manner. Probably they even met, like at some point they interacted with each other, and this was how they would exchange humor. You know, probably he would refer to her as daughter-in-law, Slimavia or something, and then she would refer to him as Bamkwe or father-in-law. Either that, or she considers herself a child of the Tanzanian soil. By virtue of her two babies having been fathered by Diamond Platnumz, probably she meant that, you see, I am now a child of the land, and this was not actively my father, but he was actually my father-in-law because I have roots through my children in Tanzania. So I will personally not be shocked. I mean, I think the next question that maybe we are asking is Zari planning to... So I think, I mean, the next question that we are asking is Zari planning maybe to make way from Tanzania? Is she planning to make way from South Africa to move to Tanzania to go and mourn properly, or to even go and attend the burial of the late president? I mean, will not be surprised for someone to say that this was my father-in-law, and she even shared praises, shared him with praises on her stories, talked about how he was an exemplary father and an exemplary leader, and still insisting that he was more of a father than anything else. So if Zari Nantale happens to be spotted in Tanzania, it will not come as a shock. It will just be like, you see, I have come here to pay my last respect to someone who I considered a father figure and my father-in-law. So I don't know what you guys piece together, like the meaning of her saying father-in-law. Is it by virtue of her, you know, having kids of the soil, or is it by her being there and considering herself more Tanzanian than she does Ugandan? I just didn't quite understand it, but maybe that's what I tried piecing together. Maybe.